So we're getting close. We're getting really, really close. We're in the home stretch. Okay. Close to GTA 6. One of the things, though, is that a lot of people have been like, if it were coming out this fall, we would have heard about it by now. So it's definitely getting delayed. Definitely getting delayed. Lock it in. It's delayed. And I can understand why people would think that. But it seems that there is a different approach being taken with GTA 6 specifically. And you can't really blame them. If there were ever a game that could get away with doing things differently, it's GTA 6. It is the exceptional, or it's the exception to every single rule that you can imagine. Like, it just is. It's massive, it's gigantic, and they can do whatever they want. Now, one of the interesting things is that Strauss Zelnick, this guy, he is the head honcho of Take-Two Interactive. He's the guy, okay? He runs the company that owns the company making GTA 6, okay? So this is the guy. This is the guy. And he just did an interview with Bloomberg Television. And of course, all investors want to know about is GTA 6. And the interview asked a question. Let's just see what he says.
One of the biggest questions right now in all gaming, in entertainment generally, is when does Grand Theft Auto 6 come out? Which seems to be a very carefully held secret. Why is it so carefully held as a secret?
Let's also just appreciate the fact that they have thousands upon thousands of employees, and it's not leaked. If anybody knew the release date for GTA 6 outside of like the core central group of like executives, it would have leaked by now. Quick email to Jason Schreier, picture of their ID badge. It's out. It's everywhere. That story goes viral. Like, it's amazing that it's not leaked yet. It's crazy because he knows the date. Watch it on his smug little face when he talks about this. He knows.
The anticipation for that title may be the greatest anticipation I've ever seen for an entertainment property. And I've been around the block a few times, and I've been in every entertainment business there is. And we want to maintain the anticipation and the excitement. And we do have competitors who will describe their release schedule for years in advance. And we found that the better thing to do is to provide marketing materials relatively close to the release window in order to create that excitement on the one hand and balance the excitement with unmet anticipation. We don't always get it exactly right, but that's what we're trying to do.
Now, if you count the number of pores on his nose, it equates to 10. And then there's 28 freckles under his eyes, which means October 28th. I don't know. I think what this mainly means, when he has in past interviews described relatively close, it typically means within 2 quarters. Typically what they mean. Sometimes he's referred to 1 quarter. If he's like, oh, we're relatively close to the launch of NBA 2K, whatever. Sometimes that means 1 quarter. It's like next quarter. But typically it's this like 3 to 6 month period. So, as many people have pointed out, and I think it's fair to say with this is still very consistent with a launch in like October or November. Very much. Okay. He's saying excitement's raised like crazy high, which he's not wrong. It very much is. I don't think there has ever been a game, certainly a game, but probably even movie or TV show or anything, anywhere near as anticipated as this. Even if you think back to like the age of Harry Potter books, like the launch of the final Deathly Hallows book, where people were staying up all night to go to the bookstore and get it. And, you know, there's that was a whole thing, a whole cultural moment. I don't think that was even on this level. I mean, GTA 6 is just different, and they know that. And so I think for them, they're like, yeah, we want to savor that. People are excited. When people are excited, you know what's going to happen the moment that the second trailer drops? Everybody will flood to YouTube and watch it. It'll go to 200 million. It'll blow up. It'll be huge. Can you imagine the day when they announce pre-orders? Can you imagine the day they open up collector's editions? Good luck. Good luck. But it's because the excitement's there. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Harnessing that is powerful for business, because one of the most powerful forces in all of consumerism is the fear of missing out, and also the desire for people to hop on the bandwagon. Nobody wants to be on a losing team. There are contrarians. There's going to be people who are like, I don't know, I just really don't think GTA 6 looks that good. Or there's going to be the people who are like, I don't know, it's got a playable woman, it's woke. There's going to be those people, but we're all going to make fun of them and call them virgins and move on. Like, it's not going to have much impact, I think we can all agree, on the sales of GTA 6. It's going to do fine no matter what. Part of the reason is because of the strong desire for information, for any little snippet. People are just hungry. Yeah, and they'll still buy the game. Yeah, inevitably people will. I mean, even the people that are freaking out about it. It's like one of those guys I saw that was the most ardently opposed to AC Shadows, was like regularly tearing it apart. It just casually mentions he's working on the platinum. Of course you are. Of course. Like they don't, I think a lot of them don't necessarily believe what they're saying. They're just doing it for the clicks. Anyway, I think that all of this to say, it basically just reaffirms what we have been going off of for the last 6 months, which is that it probably is fall 2025. My prediction has been that they probably look to like October 20, I'm pulling out my calendar. I think October 28th, which is a Tuesday, is a safe bet, or they could do October 31st, launch it on Halloween, because that leads into the weekend. I do think they do a full week of early access, which could mean that the early access starts on the 24th or potentially the 21st. And that would open it up to pretty much dominating October, which is a prime time. That would also allow them to get stock and inventory up for physical copies leading into Black Friday and into Christmas. And it also times out well for them to launch GTA Online, whatever they call it, sometime in November, probably late November, which I think is perfect. They could even time out the launch of GTA 5 or GTA 6 Online to time it out with Black Friday. So it's like that weekend it kicks off. There's all sorts of cool things that they could do, but I think that that's most likely what it's going to be. That's my prediction. But this whole interview is basically just, there's a couple interesting little tidbits. There's one in here he talked about with regard to like AI stuff. So the interesting thing he said, AI tools are built on data that already exists. It's backward looking by definition. But big hits are forward looking. So AI will never be able to do that. What he said specifically in the interview is like, you will never be able to put into an AI, like make the next GTA 6. It just won't work. Like it doesn't work that way. Ultimately, those big steps and advances come from people, which is kind of a refreshing take in the tech space. Because most of these executives, all they're doing is trying to like throw out the buzzwords that investors like, which right now is like AI. You just say AI and people lose their minds and throw money at you. And so to hear an executive of a multi-billion-dollar company describing how, no, we don't think that that's the magic like sauce to make something work. We fundamentally think it's people. I think that's fairly refreshing. And I mean, it's good to hear because also like in the wake of GTA 6, I think it's going to reaffirm that very concept that people are what make these games successful. But I don't know, final guess. Put your guess for the launch date in the YouTube chat or Twitch chat right now. It'll pop up on screen, and then we can come back to this video after the announcement of the release date and we can see who was right. Yeah, October 28th. Melissa agrees with me. February, I see a lot of people thinking 2026. A lot of people think it gets delayed. Interesting. Q1, another delay. You guys think delayed? November. Sean just thinks before Christmas, late October. October 29th. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'd be very surprised if it's delayed. I'd be very surprised at this point. The fact that he's still going on interviews and he's still talking it up and he's still smiling about it. I think they have a whole plan. He probably walks around with the like trailers and with the game on a thumb drive in his pocket, like because he can. He's like, yeah, suck it. Imagine being his kids. Dude, one of those GTA leaks came from the child of one of the Rockstar devs. Does anyone remember like the name of the guy? Yeah, the leaks appear to have come from a TikTok and claimed to show a few seconds of GTA 6. In total unexpected turn of events, it appears the leaked footage has come from the son of a Rockstar Games employee. Yeah, Like it happens. My dad works at Rockstar. Literally. Can you imagine? What do you even do? But this is why they've been so insistent on coming back to work. Like one of the big things was, I think it was like a year and a half ago, Rockstar said everybody had to come back into the office. And you saw people that started freaking out. They're like, no, I'm not coming back into the office. But it's because like, if you got to work at home and they have all these tools to work on GTA 6 on your laptop or on your home desktop or whatever, even if they provide a work computer, you got a teenage kid? Like, of course it's gonna happen. Like, what are you gonna do? Ground me? You know, exactly. It's like, come at me, dude.